Okay, welcome back for another exciting video. Here is the next project. My buddy Pat dropped this off for me. We got it for a bit of a bargain. It is a Sunel SUNL 150. I don't know a lot about them, but I'm learning some. It is a non-runner. Not a lot on it does work. However, when I hooked up the battery to it, it does turn over. It has a compression of 130, so I think that's good, and that's without even running it. So I think that'll go up. So I'm helpful on the motor and electronics, which is great. Lights, of course, don't work, horn, all that. But the reverse is actually hooked up right here underneath the dash, and yes, that's crusty in there. We'll get to that. But yeah, so, and that does seem to work. When I put it in reverse, you know, I can go, it does lock up a little bit like it's in a lower gear. So that would indicate it does work. The bad news, this motor is a K-block motor in these things. I know that. I'm going to try to show you in here. There's two bolts on the head of that. You see that? Kind of see. That's not typical gy6. It's a kind of a special one. It's a little harder to get parts for. Upgrade parts are harder, but I think we can work with what we got with the compression we have. I know we have spark, so that's good. There's our external reverse box there, but I believe that does work. I'm not sure what we're going to do about the paint, because the paint is just butt ugly. So I'm not sure what we're going to do about that. Tires, I already have another set of tires I like to put on here. They're not bigger, they're just, well, they're not tractor tires. Let's put it that way, like garden tractor or lawn tractor tires. Don't like that. We're going to get it running. That's the plan, Lord willing. And clean it up. Do we spray bomb it? You know what I mean? Just get some spray cans and get a close color and just touch up. I kind of don't want to do a full frame off restoration where I got to paint the frame, take the seats out and all that. I really don't want to do that for this guy. I just want to get it clean and make a nice fun buggy out of it. That's the plan for now. That could change. Yeah, so that's where we'll start. Okay, I spent a couple hours working on it now, and yeah, we made some progress. All right, let's see what we got here. If I go like this, that's right, she's a runner. She's a runner, and I believe, so the lights only come on, I'm trying to see, well, apparently the lights only come on when it gets higher RPM. So I think that'll get better when we put LED lights on, but trust me, the lights actually do work. And as you can see, when I give it a little bit of gas, it popped backwards. The reverse works. So we got the reverse working, which actually I did not fix. It already worked. I didn't do anything with that really at all. I got the front brakes working. The back brakes still don't work. So that we're going to obviously hit that. You can hear it's got a tapping to it. So no doubt it's going to need a valve adjustment. Be happy to do that. Not a big deal. Okay, so we got her in the garage again today. No big deal. Did a little valve adjustment. The valves are way out of adjustment. Intake was way too tight and exhaust is way too loose. We got rid of the tap and I decided to do another compression check on it, and we are now up to, if you can see that all right, 150. I'm happy with that. So we are getting there. We're making progress. I made a decision on paint. On a way we can go without disassembling it. I got a color scheme in mind, and honestly, it's not a color I would have chosen. It's an ease of not having to take it as far apart. So you can probably guess what it is, or I'll probably have it in the thumbnail. All right, people, we need to talk. Now look, this is what happens when we leave our Chinese buggies or whatnot outside. I mean, this is true of a Honda or a Kawasaki, Yamaha, Suzuki, but really, the Chinese metal does not do very well. I mean, it's just rust. Now, it has not rusted through. I think we got it in time. I know we got it in time because I can see it. But there's not a whole lot of paint left. I mean, it just eats right through it. Of course, not a great design because the water just lays in there when you leave it outside, and that's what happens. But we do got some plans to make it look cool with minimum effort. All right, I had to take a break working on the buggy that we're selling, but this is also my hobby. This is my son, and this is his buggy. It's a Hammerhead, and of course this is my personal buggy over here. You've seen this in videos before if you've watched my videos. It's a completely built up Hammerhead, but yeah, just had to take a break. I almost got the project buggy painted, but I said, you know what, I need to take a break. My son called and said, Dad, you want to go riding? And I was going to finish painting, and I said, you know, nah, I'm not going to finish painting. So that's getting put on hold. Do a little riding with the boy. Okay, back on the project. And you can see the color I chose. Will probably be in the thumbnail. But black. Why black? Well, you know, I don't have to pull the motor because a lot of parts of the motor are black. I just threw a little trash bag over it. Shocks I just covered. I don't have to pull the wiring out. I did have to pull the seats because I had something, a little special plan with the seats. So here, I'll show you. There. They're nice and red now. Bright red. Yep. So... yep, I painted them. And did I use fabric paint? Nope. I never do. And you know what? It seems to work really well. I know it's not what you're supposed to do, but it works for me. But this black seems like it's okay. We'll have to see how it looks when it all comes together. I mean, like little things like the brake master cylinder I did pull or take it off and I wrapped that. And the shocks, the rear shocks, I did wrap them. Front shocks I did take off. So minimal disassembly to get the black done. It probably saved me some hours, and I don't know. It's just it's a nice clean look, and it's 1,000 times better than the way the thing did look. But we'll have to see when it's all said and done if we're happy with it. I have a feeling I'm gonna be happy with it no matter what because I don't want to repaint it. Anyway, we'll see. Okay, we have an update. This motor was, even though it had 150 psi, seemed to be a healthy motor, ran great. Now we have a new issue where it is smoking. It really was always smoking, but I kind of figured it would just clear up because it had been sitting probably for so long. Well, I ended up tearing it apart and deciding that I want to do some type of a rebuild. Right away, I was not able to locate the correct cylinder and piston for it. So what I decided to do is I went ahead and I used this handy dandy little honing tool and I honed out the cylinder. It looks, trust me, it looks pretty clean in there. Okay, it did before, it didn't look bad, but I honed that out. I got a new piston, new rings, new E-clips to put in there. And we're going to, and I also cleaned up the head a little bit. It looks pretty nice. I always put liquid in there to see if it holds, and it has held that a couple days, so that's great. So the plan is to just go ahead and rebuild this. I could do a partial top end rebuild, and I always like things leaving my shop as good as I can leave them, as good as I mechanically know how. I feel a lot better about that, and I feel like I can charge a little bit more money. So that's the plan for now. Okay, well here it is. She's all done. And it was a lot of work. It wasn't supposed to be a motor rebuild. It was kind of a partial motor rebuild. We got it all back together. My son thinks that the red was going to be too much on it, but because, I don't know, with the black and all, I think it looks good. And the accents in the wheels and all that. I mean, I try to make it aesthetically pleasing as possible. I did have to get new fenders, just one for the front and one for the back. So I have a spare front and spare back now in my parts bin. Overall, I think it went well. The reverse is working great. The motor, well, how is the motor running? Let's see. Oh yeah. Nice and smooth, like butter. Yeah, the gas was a little funky. That threw me off a bit. And I had to put fresh gas in it, clean the carburetor. Brand new carburetor I had to clean. But that's all right. And look, I don't know if it's going to pick up. Yeah, it pick up a little bit. The lights are working. That's AC current. Now, of course, when you give it gas, it'll be solid and bright. But just, when it's idling, that's about all you're going to get. A little flashiness. Anyway, so that's it. I think we're just about ready for a test ride. All right, so here we go. We'll test drive on it. That's the most fun part, of course. And tell you what, for what I paid for it, man, this thing is fantastic. Well, it gets up. Steering's okay. Suspension's buttery smooth. Go incline there, it's all good. It's very quiet compared to my other buggies. It's a stock exhaust, but even still, it's quiet. And now it's time for the verse of the day. Just one verse this time, I promise. Ephesians 2:10. For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. When I first got this cart, it was a mess. And I'm going to tell you, I paid $200 for this cart. Now, it's worth far more than that right now, and it can do amazing things. I bought this cart so I could make it do good things. I could make it go reverse and run reliably and go up hills, and for a family to play with and really enjoy. That's why I got it, so I can make it do that. It didn't have to do all those things. If it did all of those things beforehand, I wouldn't have been able to afford it because I paid $200 for it. I had a very small budget so that I could fix it up. A lot of people don't come to Jesus because they think, I'm not good enough. I don't do good things, and I see where I'm not a Christian type person. But the truth is, you don't need to be a good person and do good things to come to Jesus. You need to come to Jesus so he can make you to do good things, so he can give you good things in your life, so that he can bless you in your life. My friends, give Jesus a try. Give this book a try and learn about Jesus. Learn about how you can come to Christ, because God loves you and he would love to do a work in you, just like I did in this old cart. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.